Hello, 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 hello. Welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. The usual. So, in the previous one, I went and started giving myself more problems in an attempt to advance the base. But the thing I did was this one for power and polluted water. And there's also this one for water. This is a saltwater geyser, so I have to refine it from saltwater into normal water. But this thing is producing really hot water, so I tried making a cooling system for it. Didn't work. So produced hot water. So that's one of the things I'm gonna be trying to do this episode. Also, as I said, I relocated it upwards here. It just fit better, and I made it a bit more symmetrical. And here's my battery system. Like I said, I made a separate battery or just a separate power grid using these generators. I have two natural gas generators. I don't know if that's gonna be good, or if I should just hook that up with the main power lines. But for now, that'll be like that. So while I was just getting ready to record, I set up this entire system here, and this is in preparation for cooling. I don't know if it'll work, but here goes nothing. So first off, I need to pipe some oil up there. And you're probably wondering why oil. Very weird. I said I was gonna cool water, yet I'm piping oil all the way up here, and that is simply because I need a coolant. A coolant for the thermo. What is it called again? Thermo Aquatuner. Yeah, thermo Aquatuner. And thing is, normal water isn't gonna cut it, because it might freeze if the cooling system is too strong. What else? Yeah, actually that's the only issue, is because it might freeze if it's just normal water. So this will be a temporary build. Obviously I'm gonna use this oil for something else later on, but for now I'll be using it as cooling. Oh yeah, I never really said why cooling, why using oil is better than water as a coolant. It's because oil has a freezing point of -40 degrees, so I have essentially a 40-degree window should my cooling power or my cooling system be too strong. And also, I made this new large power transformer because the thermo Aquatuner is about just as strong as the metal refinery. I think just a few less than the refinery. Let's see how much the refinery uses. Oh, it uses the same. Yeah, it uses the same amount of electricity. The thing with the thermo Aquatuner is based on the temperature of the water or whatever you're cooling, it absorbs the heat of that and then it transfers to the Aquatuner. But the thing is, the Aquatuner needs to be cooled down, otherwise it'll overheat. And just normal, because of how hot it can get, just normal air is not gonna cut it. It's not gonna cut it for cooling. So we're gonna need to submerge it in a liquid. And I'm choosing crude oil. There we go. The crude oil is going up now. Yeah, that is so weird seeing just pitch black going through pipes. I haven't seen this in a long time, since my last base. I might run into a problem. I might run out of crude oil before I actually fill this. Oh, and it's actually filling up. I want to completely submerge it if possible, because then that would be great. Well, my crude oil has almost completely run out, so I guess I'll have to just make do with what I've got here. I mean, I'll let it like suck up the scraps, what it can get. I mean, it's almost completely submerged, so I guess that's good enough. There's still a lot more going up anyway, and I think that should be good. Let's see. Weird how viscous crude oil is. There we go. I'll let the crude oil chill first, because it is quite hot. So I'll focus on the piping first. I'm actually gonna break this piping here. I'm gonna pipe this directly into the water supply. I'm gonna use sandstone for that, since it's we officially now have more sandstone than granite. And I guess I can make like a separate offshoot from here. That will lead to the Aquatuner. But I want a shut off. Obviously, as always, I want to make sure I have a control. I want to have full control over what this thing will do. Can I power that? I mean, that's not much, is it? Yeah. Use this here. Oh, I actually don't need insulated pipes for this one. I need normal pipes going up, but I will need insulated pipes going down. Oh, this is this is a maze on how I'm gonna. I guess I could just go through the center shaft. I'm gonna use a lot of bridges for this. Oh. And I have to pipe it up here. I'll actually use this. This is already set up. I'm not gonna like deconstruct everything. Alright, automation, I forgot. This thing needs a switch. Oh, that is unreachable, so no can do. So in the future, I'll probably like automate this to do it if the water reaches a certain temperature. But for now, I want a signal switch because this is just testing phase. I need to turn on and off just to see if it works immediately. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this thing. It's a small shipping setup here. It sucks up the sand and puts it here. And actually, do I even need this? Because now they won't be aggressive. Because the initial shipping part was it would take the sand and bring it out, because if there's an egg here, the poke shells get very angry. So actually I could just completely remove all of these things. And just change this to pinch roll. I don't even need to take the sand anymore. So yeah, the issue is if there's an egg within the enclosure of a Pokeshell farm, or you know, just in general, where there are Pokeshells, they get angry, and that's the issue as to why my duplicates started getting damaged, is because whenever they go in here and they stay for long, the Pokeshells just get wild and they just start clobbering. What I do is these things just suck up the egg and put it here, and then I could just wrangle them and put them here using the critter drop off once they hatch. It's a bit more manual, but I don't really know a way to do it, especially with this setup. So yeah, for now that is the solution that I've made for myself. Here we go. Water is going up. I'm gonna turn that off. I just want a sample size of water. Coming down at... Hey! It's working! 14 degrees, 28 degrees. It did exactly as advertised. 28 to 14 degrees. Because this thing has the advertise of minus 14 degrees Celsius cooling factor, and so it is pretty good, pretty good. I actually like that. The crude oil is absorbing the heat. There we go. Pretty good. That is a successful test. That is way more consistent than having to cool it via air with the anti-entropy thermonullifier. So what I just gotta do is I need utilities temp shift plate. So this thing is like a wall behind the things. They essentially influence stuff. They essentially act like, you know, thicker air essentially. So if, say, I want this entire area to disperse the heat much faster, I need something, I think, with high thermal conductivity. I think that's the one I need. I'm gonna use diamond since I have a lot of it anyway, and it's not really much. I'm gonna put this at priority 9 so that they finish it immediately. Anyway, I'll come back to that. Hey, that was a successful test. Actually, you know what? I'm even gonna run it for a bit just to cool the water, because our water is getting a toasty 30 degrees. Though you do want to be careful, because like I said, this is a dangerous thing. Not only can it produce so much heat where it is, it can freeze your water with how good it is. And that's an issue, because then keep breaking, stuff will keep, you know, freezing. You want to make sure you do this properly. Okay, so I had this thing on for like a couple of minutes with the temp shift on, and it seems to be working. It really does. So it is slowly climbing in temperature. Also, I've gotta watch what my water auto supply temperature is, because that can be an issue. You can see the issue here is my water supply is starting to warm up my base, because the water was warm, and in turn that kind of like warmed up my adjacent like rooms. So I think I'm gonna switch this back to insulated tiles. I changed it to airflow because I kind of wanted the air that built up in here to, you know, move outwards. But that's not really a thing I need to worry about right now. I'm actually thinking about investing in another Draco farm. The thing is, when it comes to plastic, I have a I have a shit ton of plastic. But the thing I need is phosphorite. And like I said, I still have a lot. I'm producing a lot. But I've kind of hit that tipping point where I kind of made... I'm kind of using too much of the phosphorite now because I have a lot of Weezworts. And I just wanna, you know, have another farm for it so I can make more. Just so I can re-tip the scales in my favor. I'm probably gonna do that, so I have another thing to do as well in this episode. Is it gonna be a glossy Draco? I think it... probably will be. Because again, plastic is just pretty good all around. Oh, you are stuck there, my friend. What have you done? Oh yeah, that is true. I don't have space for shearing. Okay, I think I thought of a plan. So where's 96 tiles? Up to there. So I can do this. Actually, I think I can do this, right? So we can do it this way. Put a door there. And actually delete these things. And I have to move all of them down here. Alright, this is a this is gonna work. All I need to do is put a canister emptier here. Then we'll start emptying some hydrogen into this place. First off, let's drag some critters here. Make this a priority 6. Or I can just deconstruct the other one. Then I will wrangle a bunch of them. And they'll be transferred here the next day though. Then all I need to do is, like I said, pump hydrogen so that their scales grow. Bada bing and bada boom. Alright. I said I was gonna pay attention to the thermal Aquatuner. 18 degrees, not bad. Wait, who made it? Who? How? Why are you there? Oh, how'd you get there? How? Yo. How the heck did you get there? God. Okay. Gonna have to mop that up as she comes in. Priority 9 on that sweep, sir and madams. Let's see how it's doing up there. The temp is spicy. This is what I've been saying. Yeah. It's not capable of just keeping it on. You have to turn it off and let it cool down for now. I know that some people I saw, like, way back when, I know that people use this to, like, they just let it overheat and make steam, because then its overheat temperature is 325, meanwhile water turns to steam at 100 degrees. They just let that happen, and then there's some sort of like heat deletion thing with it. I understand it, but I'm not able to explain it. But if worse comes to worse, I might just have to do that. That is pretty good though. It's pretty smart. It also like incorporates it into the power grid because the steam turbine will essentially make power for it. I mean from the steam that's being produced. Now what? One more drastic thing I'm gonna do. That deconstruct all of these. Why? It's so I can move everything, all of these tanks to the right. Well, actually, oh no, not the automation system. That's fine. I am fine with that being there. But I want it to move to the right so I can have this space for the cooling system. It's much closer to where the heat actually is, which is this door. If I insulated that, all of that heat will stay here, and eventually I think this place here will heat up to like 500 degrees because that's the heat of that. That's how hot the, what do you call it? The gas being produced by the vent is. So that's not good because the overheat temperature of the what's it called? The gas pump. The overheat temperature of it is only 275. So if it hits that point, it's gonna overheat, and that ain't good. I don't want that. I have to completely deconstruct these things though. Looking at this, I'm assuming this is a failed experiment. Maybe the temp shift plate's what's fucking it up. I'm not gonna give up on this just yet. I'm gonna remove the temp shift. Maybe that's what's making it worse. I don't know. But I'm still gonna remove it, whatever. Alright, they can't reach that because this is in the way. Hopefully this should help with chilling this area. I am really just grasping at straws at this point. This is actually quite a precarious situation. Because at some point, if I don't do anything, something's gotta give. And a few episodes ago, I think it was like 2 or 3 episodes ago, the one that was actually even up until now, the one that's giving way is water. it is we are on short supply of water, and that's the thing that's making it so bad for me. If I don't have water, my hydrolyzer is gonna stop, my algae and my oxyferns are gonna stop, my food supply is gonna stop, and I'll probably be forced to use horrible food. And then eventually that's gonna stop as well because I'm gonna run out of materials for that. And yeah, I am forced to make make steps towards progressing. Oh, wait a minute. I think I am having a brain blast. Thanks Jimmy Neutron for the wonderful term. But yeah, I think I am having like a genius idea. What if I do the same, you know, the steam turbine thing, where they have an enclosed space, they let the Aquatuner to heat up and eventually boil the coolant it's in. But instead of just water or polluted water, I use this. I use this as the source. Well, actually, that would work. Theoretically, that would work. That would work flawlessly, essentially. My issue though isn't producing power and, you know, making steam turbines. It's... And actually, cooling water is fine. Oh, but then I could use... I could also... Okay. I am starting to think. Because part of this water supply I can use in that system for the steam engine thing. And then it'll, you know, it'll delete the heat if I can do it right. But the other part of this salt water could be refined into normal water and then fed into the Aquatuners? I don't know. This is a this is quite the predicament I've put myself in. And actually, I'm all out of time for this episode. I might have to... yeah, I definitely have to deal with that in the next one. God, this actually is quite scary because my water supply is so strained right now. But yeah, I'll deal with that next time in the next when I record it, whenever I record it. And I'll probably keep playing off camera, just so if I could, like, you know, wrap my head around my options more and see if there are options that I have not considered. But yeah, anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one, I guess. Oh hey, look, cute, the royal bug. Alright, bye bye.